Welcome to the Mill's Environmental Awareness presentation. Over the next few minutes, we will review with you some of the key elements that have been put in place to take care of the environment. The Mill has established an EMS, which stands for Environmental Management System. The EMS is a documentation process which defines our interactions with the environment, our legal obligations, and how we responsibly handle and improve our use of the environment that we operate in. You can find our EMS in a paper manual, and the information is also available to our employees online. The EMS is based on third-party standards, which are used worldwide, to ensure that the EMS continues to be effective and improves our handling of the environment. The system is frequently audited. As we mentioned, the information in the EMS can be viewed on paper, in a manual located in the Mill's engineering department, or you can view the information online. To put in place an EMS, the Mill first had to understand how its manufacturing process interacted with the environment, and how these interactions, or aspects as they are called in the standards, impacted the environment. By putting in place an environmental policy, the Mill spelled out the guiding principles it would use to develop its EMS. Of course, the law also has to be considered in developing your EMS. So, the Mill's environmental policy states: the Bowater Mersey Paper Company Limited, Paper Mill Site, Environmental Management System, or the EMS, has implemented this environmental policy for the management of the environmental aspects of this mill. The provisions of this policy responsibly address the potential environmental impacts of our activities, products, and services. The Mersey Mill is committed to comply with all applicable legal regulations and other requirements to which the Mill subscribes. In addition, the Mill is committed to the concept of continual improvement and the prevention of pollution. The Mersey Mill has the following environmental guiding principles. We believe being an environmentally responsible mill is good business. We will be proactive and take every reasonable action to avoid violating an established permit. We rely on many resources, including wood fiber and water, in our production process, and are committed to using these resources sustainably and efficiently through waste reduction, process improvement, recycling, and research. It is the responsibility of all Mersey Mill employees, as well as visitors to our site, to act in accordance with this policy. As was mentioned earlier, the Mill has defined its environmental aspects, and from them has further identified which ones could have the most significant impact on the environment. For these significant aspects, the Mill has put in place a number of programs or procedures to control and monitor the aspects, in order to avoid or minimize their impact on the environment. Let's have a look at the Mill's significant aspects. The pulp and paper making processes utilize a large quantity of water, which is reused and recycled many times, but the water eventually gets purged from the process as effluent. This effluent, known as process white water, must be treated before it is released back into the environment. The Mill has constructed and operates a water treatment plant to treat all of the millions of liters of effluent it produces every day. Here is an aerial view of the large treatment lagoons, used to clean up the effluent before it is discharged. The quality of the treated effluent is continuously monitored and tested to ensure it meets the requirements set by the government. Spills are another class of significant aspects the Mill must manage. There is always the potential for pulp, or untreated white water, to be spilled from the process. Spills may also occur as a result of a release of chemicals or petroleum products used in the manufacturing process. The Mill has taken several steps to avoid having spills. Training is a key component to avoiding spills. Operators are properly trained to run equipment such as tanks, pumps and valves, with computer systems that help to control and monitor the processes to avoid spilling pulp, white water or chemicals. Engineering controls, such as containment dikes, have been incorporated with storage tanks, to capture releases, in the event of a spill. Even with all these preventive measures in place, one must still be prepared to deal with a potential spill. So, what do you do if you come across a spill? Well, the first thing is to remain calm. If you are a visitor, you will be with a guide. So, follow your guide's instructions, to stay safe. Leave the area, and warn others. Get in touch with the area personnel, such as the operators, or supervisors. They will address the spill. If you can't find anyone, dial 111 on any mill phone, and explain the situation to the person at the guardhouse. Please do not leave the mill site until you have been interviewed by a mill investigator. We may need some information from you as to what you witnessed. The final environmental aspect we would like to review with you today is the mill's waste management system. The mill has put in place a number of procedures to properly handle the various wastes generated by the day-to-day activities, from waste process chemicals and maintenance materials, such as greases and oils, to common office waste and general waste, like you have at home. Here are some examples of recycling centers you may come across while you are traveling throughout the mill. We ask that you do your part to help us manage the environment. Thank you for taking the time to view this presentation. We hope you have gained an appreciation for how we take care of the environment that surrounds us. If you have any questions, please ask your mill contact. Have a great and safe day.